People have been saying wait for Luocha, pull for Luocha, pull for Luocha, but I feel like not people understand why. Well, let's talk about why. What's going on, YouTube? Legend here once again. This time actually gave us some more Honkai Star Rail. And a lot of people have been talking about Luocha or Luocha, or however you want to pronounce it. I guess how the VAs pronounce it is Luocha, but my brain says Luocha, so I might just keep saying Luocha. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He is coming up. It's about a week away, and he is going to be an important decision for a lot of people. And let's talk about why. One of the main things that people have been saying about Luocha is the fact that you need two healers, right? He's a healer and you need two of them. Now, why is that though? Why do you need two healers? Well, the fact of the matter is, it's Memory of Chaos. Memory of Chaos is the end game of this game. And if you don't care about Memory of Chaos, then essentially you don't need two healers. You don't need to worry about that. But if you are worried about Memory of Chaos, if you do want to progress in the game and the way it was intended to be played, then Memory of Chaos is a concern to you. And you want to be able to figure out how you can be able to beat it and strategize around that. And a solid part of the strategy is making sure you have a second healer. That second healer is essential because in this game, it's a turn-based game. So the enemy is always going to have a chance to attack you. Unless you're one-shotting everything, then that means that you're just a Giga Whale and you're going to get every character anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if you're a player like me and you, the fact of the matter is, when you get hit, it's going to hurt, and you need to be able to either block yourself from getting hit with a really good shooter like Japar, or heal yourself after you've gotten hit with a character like Luocha or Bailu or Natasha. Most of us only have that one healer, that is Natasha. So we need another one, right? Even if you do have somebody like Bailu or Japar, he still does, Luocha still does hold value on your account. But you really need him if you don't have any of them, right? If you only have Natasha. The reason why he's still valuable regardless is the fact that he has very good healing. His healing is phenomenal. And I say this without him having a big AoE burst heal like the other healers have. And some people think that might be detrimental, but not so much. I don't think so. I think his healing is so constant that it doesn't matter, your team is going to have full HP all the time. When I say constant healing, I mean he has various sources of healing, and that's going to be able to keep your team alive. One, of course, is his skill. His skill is kind of like Natasha's skill, where he heals a single person up a good amount, and he also cleanses, okay? So that is going to be a good way to heal, right? That's going to be his primary way to heal, his first way to heal your characters. But there is a special quality to that skill. And that such quality to that skill is that he will do that skill automatically if your character goes below 50% health. So you're in your battle, you're fighting through Memory of Chaos or wherever you're doing Simulator Universe or whatever, and your character gets smacked real hard and they go down below 50% HP, he's going to automatically heal them up without having to wait for his turn, without using a skill point. He's going to automatically heal them up, cleanse them or whatever debuff they got, and then they're good to go. He only can do this after 2 turns, but at the end of the day, he just saved that character's life. He did a damn good job when it came to that. So honestly, that is a wonderful thing that he has in terms of being a healer, because now you don't have to wait for the turn to go around. You're not taking a chance of a dot getting them, or the enemy goes first and it smacks your character. He's healing them up right away. Awesome, great, spectacular quality that he has. But also too, he has his talent. Now this is gonna probably give the most healing out of all of his kit, where he has this talent called the Abyss Flower. And he gets stacks from using his skill or his burst. And when he gets those 2 stacks, he puts down the field. And when he puts down that field, every time your character attacks the enemy, they will heal themselves a little bit, little by little. I mean, he's providing the healing, of course, but they're going to be healing themselves little by little. And also, another part of that, which I found out fairly recently, was the fact that he actually heals the entire team when he does it. So every time you you hit an enemy, he's gonna heal the main person attacking. But also the other people on the team are gonna get a little bit of healing also. So it's just healing on healing on healing on healing. And he's doing all that without his burst even healing. And that's just great, because now he can do all different kinds of things. He can do all different kinds of things. He can kind of cover all bases in that sense. When I mean all bases because he can deal damage too, because his healing scales on attack. So you can put attack on him and build him similar to how you would build a DPS. So he'll do damage with his auto attacks. He's going to be able to still do a lot of healing. And his burst is going to be able to deal some damage too. Because don't forget that his burst exists. And what his burst does also, besides dealing damage, is that it's going to take off the buff, off of the enemies. Right? So he's going to dispel the enemies also. So all those Mara-struck bastards that are sitting there, reviving themselves and leeching your health every time they hit you and all kinds of stuff, he's going to use his burst and he's going to wipe those buffs clean. And that's going to be great. And I do believe that is a very future-proof ability that he has right there, because we're going to be getting more and more characters, more and more enemies that have buffs on them. And if he can take off a buff off the enemy in an AoE fashion, because right now we only have Pella who does it in single target, he's going to do it in an AoE fashion. That is going to be great. Right now, he is stacked. Right now, he is stacked. In the future, I do believe my theory is that Silver Wolf at the end of the day is going to have more value than him in, like I say, a year down the road, right? Because her ability is going to be much more rare, much more niche, whereas him, more bonus characters are going to be able to do different things. Because the more bonus characters you have, the more healing you have, the less value he's going to have. But the fact of the matter is, we're not a year in the future. We are here now. And right now you need a healer, and we don't have them. We don't have a lot of healers. So his value is through the roof right now. And that is why people keep saying, make sure you get Luocha, make sure you get Luocha. And also too, just a little thing right there, so you guys don't forget, remember, he is imaginary. And we only have one imaginary character in the game right now. And that is Well. Well's our only imaginary character. So if you have Luocha or Luocha, his value is going to be up there for that also right there. So you can make sure you kind of knock that element out of the requirements that you need. So yeah, he's stacked. He covers a lot of bases. He's going to carry large value for your account if you decide to get him, right? But don't feel forced to get him. I don't want to give you guys FOMO or anything like that. If you guys have other characters that you want more, then make sure you go ahead and get them. It's okay. If you want to know my full thoughts on when it comes to that and when it comes to chasing the meta, take a look at my last video, But besides that, if you're looking for some good advice, if you're looking like, hey, is it a smart decision to get Luocha? I'm telling you it is. I'm telling you it's a smart decision to get Luocha. And that is why. All right? So, if you like the content, definitely like the video. Comment your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Are you guys going to be going for Luocha? Are you going to be skipping it for somebody else? What are you doing? Let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe to the channel so you get more content like this. And with that, I'll end it there. Let you know.